My name's Hunter Baker. I grew up in Friendswood. It's a tiny little town outside Houston, and kind of just been there my entire life.
So what is Leanr? It's pronounced Leanr, correct?
Yeah, Leanr. Leanr is basically going into like small businesses that still rely on phone and texting to communicate, and pretty much automating a lot of the repetitive inbound and outbounds they do, just by doing a lot of customer discovery and then going in there and seeing how we can just help automate a lot of that workflow because you can only scale it so much.
So basically making something like more productive and easier.
Yeah, yeah, definitely a lot easier and just kind of gives you customer experience at scale.
Why did you start it?
Yeah, so I actually started Leaner. It was totally different at the time. I started back in November is when I started incubating the idea. And it came out of necessity, really. I worked in software development, and a lot of the people that were coming to us were like small business owners, and they all wanted to build an app, but they couldn't afford it. So I was like, what's the next best thing they could do? And it was a series of inputs and outputs, and that's where the idea for Leaner came about, just kind of giving them mobile real estate on their customers' phones, really.
Who inspired you to build Leanr?
Really, I went down to Austin for a weekend, and there was all these really young tech entrepreneurs, really my age or younger. And I hate saying this, but it pissed me off that like such simple ideas, and there was nothing really special about them. They were just kind of executing on it. So that whole ecosystem up there really helped make me, start this.
Where were you like before Leanr?
Before Leaner, I was working at a dev shop. I guess if that's what you're asking, I was just kind of like a pre-sales slash like early in the like sales cycle or like development cycle consultant. So just kind of like giving people feature sets and such.
How are you guys going to make money through Leanr?
Right now, it's a little bit of a hybrid between like a service company and like a SaaS model, where we're going into these business models and we're just like, hey, what do you need? How can you become tech enabled? And we act as a consultant, then build it out, and then offer that as a turnkey solution to the rest of that industry, just charging by use case and volume.
Where is the product today?
Today, the product is in a very early pilot. We have a couple features out, and we're trying to get those used as much as possible to see, how do they break and how can we improve on that. So I'd say just early beta.
Are you like satisfied where it's going and where it's at right now?
I mean, quicker would be great, but
Mm-hmm.
I can only control so much, and um, I think more on the sales and marketing side would be great. Our development's solid. I just gotta, pull my weight.
Where do you see the company being in 5 years?
Um, I don't see this ballooning up as like something huge.
Mm-hmm.
The end goal, everything stars align and everything would be, exiting for low double digit millions. That'd be nice just to kind of get that under my belt, and then go start something really big after this.
What was the hardest thing to overcome when building Leanr?
Um, I'd say being younger, people taking you seriously.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of took us a while until we finally got to an accelerator for people to realize that we were actually real and not just playing pretend founder, which is, I mean, still something I kind of struggle with right now.
Yeah. Who is your dream investor?
I'd say either Yelp or Angie's List. If they have a venture arm, it'd be nice to, have them buy us out because there are exit strategies. So that'd be nice.
And then with Gum, how did you learn about Gum?
Um, I think I saw it on LinkedIn when they launched on day one, and I just like supporting other founders, so I downloaded it, and here I am.
Is there anything in particular that you like about it?
I love that it keeps me accountable. I feel like it's really hard to have accountability when you're in this game, especially when you're like solo or just a small team. There's not a lot of people making sure you're, checking in, checking out daily, and I think as it starts to pick up, it'll really be a place where I can, you know, get my accountability from.
What is one thing or advice that you have for like other people starting up like a company or an idea?
Um, I am actually going through this right now, and what I tell them is don't burn intros or burn just connections in general. Build until you have something you're proud of, and then shock people with that intro rather than, you know, give them a sneak peek of
Yeah.
something that doesn't exist.
How
Okay.
much can you lift?
Oh my gosh. What this is such a I my most impressive lift is I deadlifted 405 like senior year and then never touched it again. But yeah,
Okay.
it's an,
What is your go-to coffee?
um I love like the or wait, what I order? I order a vanilla Americano with an extra shot of espresso. I love coffee. It's amazing.
Why do you like chips and salsa?
Oh my gosh. Damn. Okay. I like growing up, that was my go-to snack. Like I still like I have to like purposely not buy it or else I'll just sit there and eat it all day.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it is, but I think it's because like when you go to a restaurant, it's free, so you're like trying to get full so that you can eat your real meal later. Um, Maybe it's just being a college kid and figuring out ways to save money. I don't know.
Yeah. All
Damn.
right.